Can't find no work, can't find no job, my friend. Money is tighter than it's ever been. Say, man, I just don't understand what's going on across this land. Ah, what's happening, brother? Yeah, what's happening? What's happening, man?
Hello, my name is Donald Capers, and I'll be your host for today's show. Welcome to The Advocator. As you know, The Advocator show is designed to bring awareness to the issues that are going on in the community that also affect us worldwide. Also, The Advocator show would like to highlight new talent and bring awareness to our local artists here. So, today, our show is entitled Laugh, Straight Out of Buffalo. We have three very, very funny and very talented comedians here today. We're going to interview them, ask them where they come from, how they get into it. So stay tuned, sit back, relax, come on back, enjoy the show.
This man is about to rip this stage apart, you know what I'm saying, doing his thing. I want y'all to start clapping up right now from Def Comedy Jam. He hosts 3 grandstands on Comic View. This is a legend in the game. 26 years in comedy, you know what I'm saying? And that's what we're doing for you, Buffalo. We're gonna keep bringing out talent, because it's the Queen City. I want y'all to start clapping up. Come on, man, let's give it up, let's give it up. Let's give it up, let's give it up. I want y'all to start giving up for my man, all the way from Detroit, Michigan. Give it up for my man, Mike Bonner! Yeah!
For years, my whole career come to Buffalo. Thanks, dog. I appreciate y'all. Ladies, make some noise. Ladies, make some noise.
Hey, and welcome back to The Advocator show. Once again, it's your boy, Capital DC, a.k.a. Donald Capers, or the other way around. But anyway, trying to get a little comedy in there for you guys. As I said before, we have 3 dynamic comedians here today, and we're going to let them introduce themselves and get right into the show.
Hi, my name is Alejandro Overton. Grew up on the east side of Buffalo. Went to Riverside High School.
How you doing? My name is Pookie Long Johns, and I'm from Buffalo, and I went to Buffalo Traditional.
My name is Darnell Davis from Buffalo, New York. I went to Canisius High School.
Darnell, now I know that you guys have just performed Saturday at this great show. Can you tell me a little bit about it?
Yeah, definitely. It was a great performance. We had a good time. Laugh Out Loud Comedy Series. We do it once a month at the Groove Lounge on Broadway Avenue. And I'm definitely trying to bring comedy back to the city of Buffalo, the Queen City. You know, it's always a good time, great people, and it's just a great time.
All right, that's great. I didn't even know that, there was more than one comedy spot in the area. So I'm so happy we had a chance to connect through The Advocator. And let's just get right into it. So, at what age did you guys, start to kind of see that you had the comedy bug or that you were even funny enough to make people laugh? Like, how old were you?
I probably around 13, 14. I was getting told I should be doing comedy, but I never really took it serious. So I kind of fell into it, years down the road.
Okay.
I remember just growing up in school and classes. That's where you're supposed to be learning, but you're not learning. You just want to make people laugh and stuff. I remember I couldn't stop trying to make people laugh, and I'd get in trouble all the time. My teacher said, "You should be a comedian." And I thought, like, nah, that's crazy, because I could never, ever do it. But I see people doing it. But then you try to evolve and you learn how to do it, kind of, in a way.
That's what's up.
For me, it was just being a class clown, 3rd grade, 8th grade, getting those bad report cards, coming home getting whoopings. And you want to be a comedian, but they say, oh, comedians don't make any money. And you're like, well, I'm not making any money now, so that's what I do.
Okay. Well, do you guys do you write your own stuff, or do you get other people to write your stuff? Do you, emulate other comedians? Like, how do you guys do it?
I write my own jokes. You know, it takes hard work to be creative enough to write a joke that you think gonna work. So you have to try it out. You know, but I have a book, and I might jot down pepper spray. But I might not come back to it till 3 days from now, and then I'll finish it like, oh, okay, I can use this with pepper spray, and then I'll write and I'll just keep building on it. Then I'll go to something else, and then from there I'll create a set and just try to put it all together.
All right.
Well, my take on it is you go through it with experiences and try to laugh at the things that brought you down in the past, and
I knew some loud, obnoxious sound was coming, but I didn't know what it was gonna be.
I just closed my eyes like, what's about to happen? Like, I didn't know what was about to happen.
I got really serious just now.
I know.
Yeah.
Well, as you all can see, we're here having a lot of fun, you know, so, you know, please continue to keep an eye out on this gentleman right here. Pookie, that's Pookie Long Johns, ladies and
Long
gentlemen.
Johns.
And I asked him if his mama named him that. He said yeah. So we're gonna let him ride with the male version of Pippi Longstocking. So.
Yes.
Okay, well, I mean, okay, you write your own stuff. You kind of was like a class clown in school and stuff like that. At this point, for all our class clowns out there, where did you start? Where did you start from there? You know what I'm saying? You kind of had some material, or you know, did you start writing first, or did you just start getting up and freestyling comedy first? Like, how did that go?
First of all, me and my boy, we was gonna go to the Navy. You know what I mean? We started to go to the Navy, and it wasn't working. Sometime 9/11 came around, so we didn't want to do that. You know, we were scared. You know, we didn't want to go get drafted in Afghanistan and try to shoot a man. You know, that wasn't our plan. So the thing that happened was, I just started going to college thinking I'm gonna get some money. You know, I said I'm gonna go for college 3 months and get a loan. They gave me the loan, and I got $300, and I said, okay, you know, I got to do something. You know, I started writing jokes. You know, because I knew people said I was funny, but I had no money. You know what I mean? So broke, socks dirty. You know, they supposed to be white, but they brown. You know what I mean? And and it just went from there.
I don't know why would somebody say they grew up in pain or strife. We laugh about it.
Yeah.
Maybe it's to not cry a little bit. Terrible.
Yes.
Yeah. People like to know when you broke, though. They like to, well, at least I got paid today. They feel better about themselves.
Well, I mean, we all came from Buffalo. We grew up here anyway. You know what I'm saying? Went to school here, class clown a little bit, writing. You know what I'm saying? Like, is Buffalo really like a place to be a comedian? Because, you know, at this point, it's like you guys are doing it, but did you really start here, or did you have to start somewhere else? Like, how did that go? For all of our people out there who, like, kind of want to be comedians, maybe.
I think my experience was I just went to an open mic. I saw somebody on stage, and I was like, you know, I can do that. So I kept going to open mics, and then I had a good opportunity. I opened up for Charlie Murphy when he came to Buffalo.
Oh, okay.
So, you know, that was weird, you know what I'm saying, opening up for him and learning about Eddie Murphy. I just felt like privileged being in his presence. So he told me, he said, if you want to be successful in this industry, you have to go to New York City, you have to hit up the 12 comedy clubs. You know, that's what you have to do. So I went to New York City, you know, I felt that vibe. But then after a while, you know, I said, I want to create my own show. You know, that's what we did. And, you know, a lot of Alejandro Pookie, you know, came on stage, and we put together the first show, and it was a huge success. So since then, you know, we just had show after show, and, you know, any comedian that wants to get involved is just getting on stage. That's the first defeat. You know what I'm saying? You got the first victory when you get on stage.
Okay. All right. Well, I mean, it's like we're scratching the surface here. You know what I'm saying? We got a little bit of information about you guys. So, you know, when we come back from our break, we're going to dig in a little bit more into what Buffalo, the experiences you guys have had, you know, being comedians and coming up through the ranks and even starting your own business, you know, and getting the message out there. So, ladies and gentlemen, you know, we'll be right back. Please stay tuned. We have a lot more jokes and funny stuff in store for you here on The Advocator Show.
You know what I'm saying? I want y'all to give it up. Start clapping now. Start clapping now. Give it up for my man, Pookie Long Johns. y'all might as well have a good time, right? Yo, it's Buffalo, let's make some noise out here, y'all. This is the year anniversary, what's up? Yeah. All right, man, yeah. This is the year anniversary, man. Let's make some noise for Darnell on the year anniversary. Make some noise for him, man. Yeah. All right. Let's make some noise for Yolanda Smiles' birthday tonight, y'all. Make some noise. Rochester over here. Yeah. That's how you do it, Buffalo. Yeah. Man, Buffalo, it's a good city, man. There's a lot of visitors out here tonight. There's a lot for y'all to do tonight, like smoke weed and eat chicken wings.
And we're back here on the Advocator Show. Once again, it's your boy, Capital DC. And we are here with three great comedians. We have Alejandro, Pookie, and Darnell. Yep. So before we talked a little bit about doing something in Buffalo, Darnell, you have an amazing shows going on. They're selling out and stuff like that. And I know for a lot of people, you know, it may sound like you went to this high school and now you're doing the shows, but you know, it's kind of like that, the paying your dues part that the old folks my elders used to say. So I guess I want to ask, you know, like, how did you guys actually get started doing comedy in Buffalo specifically? Like, where did you go, or who did you talk to, or something like that?
Well, I went to a show at a comedy club, all right? And they said, we have so-and-so coming out, and he came out and he was from Buffalo. So I'm sitting there and I'm like, I have a whole lot of jokes that I wrote, you know, in a little book. And he came out and I'm just sitting there looking at him and I'm like, I definitely could do this. I definitely think I could do this if he just did it. I signed up for open mic, went to open mic, did a really good show. And then like a month later, I was opening up for Aldo Macharian from the Bronx. And it was all she wrote from there. And that's how I met these two guys.
So just the open mic, are there a lot of open mics for comedy in Buffalo?
Well, they actually found me on the side of the street. I was eating a sandwich full of mud, and they said, you can do better than this. They picked me up and told a couple of jokes, and that's how I made it. You know, but there are a lot of open mics, you know. There are a lot of ways that you can get out there and tell jokes. You know, that's how you can start, get up on stage and tell that joke.
Where do we go?
Well, it's up to...
I mean, I'm so sorry, Pookie, but just to put it out there, I mean, like, the only one I really know about is the Helium. I know Helium Nightclub. I see stuff on Facebook. They bring big acts in. I believe, like, the Oak Room has some comedians come in, and you know, and I know, like, you guys were involved in doing some comedy, but, like, where could the 19-year-old kid, you know, who just trying to figure out where can they go, is that it? Is it just the Helium, or is there other places?
And when you search, you will find. Some people want the easy way to find what they want in life without searching themselves. But it's very easy to find things and make an idea up. You know, you got to make your own way to be seen sometimes if no one wants to look at you anyway. So it's like being inventive, you know?
Well said, my brother.
Yeah. I mean, there's a mic. There's a mic, you know, pretty much every night of the week. You know, it's just getting out within the comedic community, you know, networking with other comedians and just getting on stage. But it's pretty much something to do every weekend. And then you have shows, every day of the week, and then you have shows on the weekend. Or you just tell them to your grandmother, see if she laugh. If she don't laugh, it ain't funny.
Family, you know, make a family video and you got your own first show. He got his first sitcom with his family in the background and talking like. I mean, you can do it yourself. Just Google it up. Open mics wherever in local area. You know, you could be out and go places and, you know, start your own thing. If you're funny enough, then people will be like, all right, I'm gonna look at you. If you're interesting too, you gotta be kind of interesting.
But what's I mean, I know as an artist in Buffalo specifically, I've run into situations where either I was being told to start my own thing, you know, or follow the way that organizations that have been established do it. You know what I'm saying? So as a part of the hip hop generation, somebody who might have wanted to do like a hip hop poetry play, I would have not gotten a whole lot of support. I would have gotten vocal support, but not the sponsorship and all of the people coming together like some of these other shows and plays and stuff like that get. So do you guys find that in comedy where it's like, I guess like if you don't do it the way of the organization, that you probably have to create your own thing because, you know, you can't.
This is exactly what's happening with us three sitting right here. We have to create our own avenue because it's real funny to me that we can get booked somewhere else, but we hardly get booked right here in our own city. And it's a group of people who determines who gets on, and it's not really coming from the ownership. It's really coming from the people who hang tight with the ownership. You know, so it makes it tough for people like us to get on. So we create our own avenue, and that's what you have to do. You know, nobody gonna give you nothing, and that's what's kind of what's happening at this other place where funny is funny. Funny, I don't have to make you laugh, or you laugh. If the crowd laugh, they get the final say. And you should be brought back when you make the crowd laugh every time you're there. And it's not being played that way. You know, people watching this might say, "Oh no, that's not true," but it is true.
Well, I mean, like we mentioned, you know what I'm saying? In the theater world, I know some people will agree with some of the things I say, and I know people who will completely disagree, mostly because, like you guys are saying, the opportunities are out there. You know what I'm saying? If you can find some space and some people who want to see it, you don't have to worry about, you know, confrontation with organizations or people or whatever. And you can still show respect to the establishments that have been around, you know, for decades. But I see it being a disconnect because now the places that have been around for decades, you know, and this is across the board. It's not just in theater or in comedy or even musically. I know a lot of people say about Buffalo, it's like the young group can't come in and do the young stuff because, you know, we're not being supported, I guess. And then I know the other side would say, well, you guys are tearing our places up, you know, the morality of some of the things, blah, blah, blah. So is that what it is for you guys in Buffalo comedy, or is it really just more about the politics of ownership? You know, I'm trying to.
I think support is a huge issue with a lot of things that go on other than comedy, though. Like, for instance, you might have friends who never saw you perform before. They come to your show, but they're not coming to laugh at you. Well, they coming to really laugh at you, not at your jokes. Because they not thinking, oh, he better be funny. You know how many times I heard that? Joe, I'm coming to your show, man. You better be funny, man. Or I'm going to do this. And I'm just like, that's just a typical answer. Like, just come enjoy the show. Say, man, I hope you do good, man. And blah, blah, blah. But sometimes people just come to see you fail. Because I'm up here, but you bought this ticket to come see me.
And with that, we're going to take a quick commercial break. Ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned. We're going to keep this conversation going. We're also going to talk about getting outside of Buffalo right here on The Advocator Show.
Clap it up, yeah, let's go.
What the was that? It felt like I was on Oprah, but the Mexican version. Tell them on the Alejandro, you want a car. What the was that? That's blame it on my mother is here. She in the back. I ain't gonna point her out. Everybody clap for my mother. She told me today, you know, I never curse in front of my mother, but she said today I can cuss. So I want to know, just like everybody else want to know, where the did you get that name from? My mom's name is Mary. My father's name is David. Where the did Alejandro come from?
Hello, you guys. It's Donald Capers. I'm your host here at The Advocator Show. And as we've been talking to these three wonderful comedians here, I just wanted you guys to know that they're hilarious. So please, if you ever see them on a flyer, go check them out. But I wanted to get back into this questions with you guys. Okay, so we got serious, and I just wanted to ask you guys about doing comedy out of town. So where can people go? Is it fun? What's popping? Where are you popping?
I went to. It's not real fire, but my first real huge show, I did 2 sold-out shows with talent, and when I got to the venue, there was a line outside because I was a like a little opener for the big guys, So when I pulled up, there was people all outside of the venue, and I'm like, wow, this is the first time I've ever seen something like this. So I get out and I go through the back way because I'm famous now a little bit. So I go through the back way, and a security guard came and took me to my dressing room. I was like, oh, I got security walking me in my dressing room. I was like, I made it. I made it. So when we was walking, I stopped the security guy and said, excuse me, can you clear all those people? Because I don't want to call the scene. Security guy looked and was like, there ain't no people. I said, I know. I just wanted to say that, man. I want to see how it felt, man. I want to see how it felt to say that, man. So that was a real good experience for me.
Oh, man.
My first performance was in front of 2 Mexicans with sombreros, 2 Mexican midgets. And it went pretty good. You know what I mean? They gave me some tequila, some Coronas. No, I'm just joking. I did shows in Rochester, Brooklyn, Harlem, Toronto.
You make jokes?
A lot of different places. So, it's definitely been a good experience. Besides the experience with the Mexicans and the midgets. I don't like midgets anymore after that episode. I hate midgets.
Man, I'm Mexican. You know my name, man.
I don't care. I'm done with y'all midgets. Sorry.
High heels for height. But my first performance was where I would like to perform in front of my grandmother, but she has a hearing aid, so she can't hear me. She said, what you say, what? Huh? You know it?
Yeah.
Huh? I gotta turn my ear volume up. What you say? I think he said hello.
Yeah. So Uki says that's his roommate when he has women over. His grandmother's his roommate.
She like this.
Any woman out there that is not his roommate, that he lives there.
When I laugh, my stomach jiggled so bad, man. Like I can't take it. It was like I'm a muffin in the oven busting out this chair. I mean, look at this, man. When I get up, I get up the chair. Come with me, man. Look at me, man. Oh, look, man. My butt crack all out, everything, man. Oh, man.
Swamp booty.
This is, man, I tell you. Oh, man. Okay, listen up. He's sweating too, look. Hey, man, it is hot. Nah, you guys ain't taking off this coat, though. I'm lucky I'm not crying right now. So, this is what we're going to do. We're going to do a little quick segment here where I'm going to say a word or a name or a phrase, and you give me 1 comment, 10 words or less, okay? And I'll start right here. All right, we're starting now. Ready? President Obama.
Cornstarch makes me itch. Then I go, whoo!
That's what I was thinking.
President Obama.
That's what I was thinking, the same thing. Okay, Pookie. I'm going to say that again. Pookie.
Mm-hmm.
Donald Trump.
Donald Trump is an arrogant, greedy,
A what?
greedy, hungry, no slimy, booger picking, looking. No, I'm like, well, I mean, greaseball.
That's good.
Hi, Alejandro, we have you. That's a lot of letters in it. Alejandro. Wow. It's better than Yolanda Vega. So your word is, or your name is, Bill Cosby. I don't want none of them pills. But I mean, I don't believe it. Back in those days, they was all using drugs, and I just think that, he just went a little extra to get them. No, I'm just seriously, I don't believe it. How you gonna wait 37 years? Listen, I had a principal named Mr. Watson. He used to wait me at school wait. If I get 50 signatures, I'm taking his butt to court. Doggone it. He used to whip you with a paddle. The principal don't lie. School wait. You know what I'm talking about. The paddle. I need 50 signatures.
Spank, boom, keep going down.
I don't know if those are 10 words you were looking for. But I don't want none of those pills. I don't need them. I'm fine when I'm a little fat now. But when I was skinny, I was fine. It's a little more than 10 words. All right. Darnell. Kanye West.
I think he's a loser. I used to like Kanye, you know what I'm saying, before he went crazy. You know what I'm saying? I believe after his mother died, he went kind of crazy. But you said 10 words, right?
You don't got the answers.
Booger juice pickle. I ain't do it.
You ain't got the answers.
No, he asked me for 10 words.
That's what Kanye say. You ain't got the answers.
Yeah, he does say it.
As a brother from
Look at you.
Chicago, I understand Kanye's plight.
Yeah.
So, Pookie,
Yes.
police brutality.
Police brutality is inhumane to the society of black men, and I wish it stopped.
That's true.
Yeah, we're going to keep that right where it is.
Yeah.
All right?
He brought a cop with him talking all that.
That's his probation officer.
He was a probation officer.
Steinberg.
Let's make it.
Pookie, don't answer it.
All right, Alejandro. ISIS.
I'm not commenting on ISIS. Where I live at. No. I'm good with that. Keep them missions over there, but I'm good. I would damn, the shit gonna get up with me. I can't. Man, I think my man boobs just collided. My man boobs just collided. That's a party right there. Oh man. Yeah, hey, I'm just saying.
Man boob.
Oh, man. So, do you guys travel together?
Man, we do that too, man. We do it all, man.
Yeah.
Piss together. We
Wait a second.
We traveled last week and we went to the homeless center downtown.
We do not. We together.
If we go to the same bathroom at the same time, we
Nobody's supposed to know about that.
No, we go.
What are you saying?
I was just saying how it would be sometimes.
You got to shake it three times.
You know you shake 3 times. He shake once.
You didn't see.
And I just said,
You didn't
I'm not
see.
even, hey, no, I'm not even circumcised. I still got Pete trapped in me from yesterday.
Oh my God.
All right, so, and with that image, I would like to ask you guys if you could just quickly give us your contact information so we can get in contact with you if you want to laugh.
Yes, Darnell Davis. Check me out on Facebook, Darnell Davis at Christian Mingle. No, I'm not on Christian Mingle. Darnell Davis on Facebook or my email, MrMBA2008@gmail.com.
Just hit me up on Facebook, Alejandro Dewan Overton on Facebook, baby. Hit me up.
Okay, man, you can hit me up on Facebook. It's Pookie Long Johns, and you can hit me up on Twitter at P Long Johns, and just hit me up so we can become friends.
You can go see him at the halfway house too every weekend.
be there too.
All right, you guys, well, listen up. I just would like to say thank you so much for tuning in to the Advocator Show. Once again, my name is Donald Capers, and I've been your host, a.k.a. it's your boy, Capital DC. Please feel free to tune in to www.latelucyproductions.com if you ever want to check out the website or any other content. Also, we want you to check out our show on YouTube and public access, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, any other feeds you got. Come check us out over here, okay? We're trying to change some things and have some laughs. And again, once again, I'm Donald Capers. This has been the Advocator Show. If you would like to see me again, hit like right down in the section. Hit like several times. Pass it around. Like.
If they hit like on a TV screen, it's really going to come up.